After you told me, I heard like somebody else told me that too as well. So
Uh,
I figure he did, but he doesn't seem to have a problem with her. But he also seems to hate her pretty badly. I don't know.
it's
It's
a
hard to get a.
flip-flopping situation.
Well,
You
I mean,
could,
you also don't really completely hate her, do you?
like, I'm not, like, I'm, that's not the type of person I am.
I mean, I don't hate her either.
I'm not a fucking hateful person. If you like Elisa, I don't have to be your enemy. I gave a lot of her mods all the information before Lisa did about Jimmy. That's the type of person I am. Just because you don't like this person doesn't mean I can't like you or anyone else.
Hmm.
Everybody's independent. I have bounties to collect in South Florida. One dealership they said, "Hey, come through. We have something for you."
Oh yeah.
For telling them about Elisa's bullshit. And then I got a $50 gift card from that opportunity bar that she got kicked out of. They sent me a $50 gift card.
Oh sweet. Is that the one where she paid 500 or whatever and got kicked out?
No, she didn't pay anything. That was right after Jimmy, and she was just grasping for straws and trying to meet random people.
Oh, I see.
And there
Yeah.
was this older dude, and they went to this bar, but they sat outside, and eventually the cops came, and
Yeah.
they left.
My concern for Stephanie is that she's just going to get abandoned in LA. Do you think Elisa would do that?
It already happened, I believe.
Every time they've streamed together, she says she's going to abandon her, but she always comes back. Now, she hasn't streamed in days, as far as I know. I wonder what Stephanie's doing. She had to sleep on the beach the first night. I think, according to Wheezy, I think posted this.
Yeah, shout out to Weezy.
Supposedly, she offered to fly K Jobs out.
In our community, we really care about her, and we want the best for her, and we don't want Elisa to take advantage of her.
I talk to Kay myself sometimes
Mhm.
because I always text her
Yeah,
on my
are,
phone
are
every
you
once in a
are you
while. Do you know what the business arrangement is between her and him? Like exactly what it is, or what they say it is? Because is it something like she has to marry him, or is it just that she's a companion or something? I mean, do they
that's
claim to already be married?
they claim to be married, but I've talked to High Pitch Eric. He's a very, very sweet guy. She totally took advantage of him. Like, she took advantage of everybody. Everybody knows all these things are recorded. She said that she was going to give him $400, and then they even said at one point that he was going to get $800. And she has the audacity to not even delete that from live stream. She has hundreds of hours of her lives on video to where
But
the
she can always claim that that's fake, though. It's scripted.
uh just to let you know, you're coming in this late. We talked about that. She changed her description to scripted entertainment.
And I
What do
almost
you, what?
wonder, like, I mean, I don't feel like she's being up front with what their deal is. I kind of feel like he is. To me, he almost doesn't even seem like he likes her very well.
It's a status thing. Like, I appreciate the channel updates that you did. You're on point with what you were talking about, your analysis. That they will go after these people who they can go after, these Instagram models. Like, I fucking know people. If you know who I am, you know who I know. And Elisa is a fucking bottom tier. She is lower than fucking Instagram models and shit.
Oh, well, definitely, because they have
If
like
like
hundreds
if
of
like
thousands of views, you know?
how much is it to hang out with one of them? You think? I mean, you don't even have the. It's gonna
Yeah.
cost you money to hang out with some fucking quote unquote influencer, model, Instagram influencer, TikTok bullshit. You could just hang out with Elisa if you're.
She has complained about him sending her pics of other girls on Instagram.
But to realize, like, she claims like about being like such a success. She talks about, oh, I've been a success in every field I've ever been in. We were talking about this earlier in one of our groups. Somebody was talking about her one solo album that she ever put out, and they were like, oh, it's mastered so badly, like you could hear how bad it is. Like, and they're talking to me as like a music producer, audio engineer, and I'm
Hmm.
like, oh yeah, like, but I'm like, look at the picture. Like that's so cringe. Like she's holding a microcorg, which is like the like basic bitch meme of a uh, of a synthesizer. But then beyond that, we're talking about. She says she's successful in every field that she's ever been in. She's a musician. She's only put out one solo album. But Jadis has not been successful in anything that he's ever done. You could look it up. I've released 130 more solo albums than she has ever. We were just laughing about that earlier today. Oh, I'm better than you because I've done this and I've done that. But it's like these things that she's done, she hasn't actually done. It's like it's one thing to release one album.
Yeah, it wasn't a success.
No, that album is not available on Apple Music, Spotify. That's kind of why I was looped back in because I was just wanting to listen to the song, and it's like, oh, that shit wasn't on there, so I looped back into the YouTube, and I got into all these weird YouTube channels. I saw what she was doing, and I saw, I read Wikipedia. I saw, oh, she's engaged to Andy Dick, and she even a few weeks ago talked a lot of shit about pretty much claiming Andy Dick was gay and proving that she only like was engaged to him for clout. She totally dogged him, like
Didn't
in that.
she? Didn't she post a picture with him recently out
I
in
don't know.
L.A.?
Yeah, I don't look at that. I don't look at social media and stuff, so I wouldn't have seen that. But when a song about him, my fiance,
Yeah.
and she kept putting in who's gay. Like it was such a dig, but it also proves how she's acknowledging that it was all fake.
Your gut, what do you think the deal is?
As far as
Their arrangement. Is this a permanent arrangement or something that.
the arrangement with Scorro,
Yeah. Because to me, she seems very desperate to get her donos back. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's the thing. Like we're talking about, Square was canceled, Stripe was completely canceled. I don't know why she. I know she has PayPal or Venmo. You can connect PayPal with Power Chat. Maybe she just hasn't realized that, but I don't know. I haven't been in a loop, you know.
I think the thing with PayPal is they take too much, from what I understand.
I mean, but just get into it because that's what Zay uses is PayPal. Anybody who freaking donates to him knows that it's not an issue.
I'm currently not on using PayPal because they try to get me to, I don't know, they want to verify my all my banking info with some third party vendor.
I haven't used PayPal in more than a dozen years. I was banned. I was banned years ago for selling chemicals through the
Oh
internet.
yeah. What do you think Elisa's future is? Do you think we're going to see more streams, or is she just going to fade away and be with this guy? Or because to
You
me, it
know,
doesn't seem set in stone to me. I mean, you know what I mean?
like that's something as far as Square. So Square, talking about that. She her account was frozen, so she can't touch that. She would not take out money, so everything. That's why like she got locked up with it when Square was shut down because that was where all the money was. That's her
Mm.
bank account. In transparency, my situation, I have Square. When I live stream, someone donates to me, it goes to my Square bank account, which is my Square debit card, which is the same thing that she uses. And if you never take that money out, it's sitting there.
How long does it?
You think that it's just you just think, oh, it's gonna be safe there, but then it gets frozen. It gets frozen till the first month of 2024. What are you gonna do now? You have no fucking money. That was what happened to Elisa when Square got shut down. She got most of that money that Square donated that's frozen. It may not she may not even get that.
So do you think she's kind of just hanging out with Scorro till she figures out how to get her money back, or do you think she legit wants to do this?
Yeah, I mean, we were watching it back to find what I called him, but he's throwing money at her, and she picks it up, and like,
Yeah.
and she even says like, "Oh, I never have cash," or something to that effect. Professionally, I'll tell you, like, I told her Like, you need to have cash on you all the time. If you are that rich, who gives a fuck if somebody takes $1,000 from you? But, like, you're not going to be in that situation around me. Maybe you might be in that situation around yourself where you're not responsible for yourself, but you're making things happen. You're not stagnating. You're not just fucking sitting there.
To me, I just can't figure out what exactly is going on. I mean, to me, the guy does seem to have money. She does seem to have access to a lot of money because she's buying this Stephanie lady hundreds of dollars worth of shit. Also, not putting her up in a hotel, though, which is kind of weird.
You want to watch this? We can maybe get a grasp on that.
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you mean? Everyone is helping you. Everyone that is calling right now is helping you.
You need to say thank you, Stephanie, to people who are kind to you.
I have said thank you.
Wait, is this?
At this point, the day before, they went out to eat. They spent $400. Then they went to a store and bought all types of bullshit. And Elisa brought this woman out and is going to pay her $100 a day, which, you know, may not even be legal in California. But she's already complaining, you know, and realizing, you know, this is not a stable person. She knows these people are not stable people, but that's why she brings them out, you know?
I'm not worried about this lady being so far away from wherever she was established. I mean, I know she's homeless, but at least she knew her way around there. I mean, did she just like fly her out there and just let her go into LA? I mean,
Yep.
she didn't say she had to sleep on the beach, just like Kay, which I was surprised. To me, it's like if I'm flying one of these people out there, I would let them stay at in my room. You know what I mean?
No, but you know, you're a caring, actual human being.
Do you think she's frightened of them?
She thinks these people are lesser than them. That's why she didn't bring out Tommy and Chrissy, who stayed in a hotel with her, and she had nothing to do with them, you know, besides like take care of her dog and pick up this shit.
But that goes back to my point. Why is she doing this if she's so rich? Like, why does she need to target a homeless person from Florida, uproot them to Los Angeles for content if she's so rich? If this is a done deal and this money she has access to is permanent,
Because the money is not real, and or she is cheap, which I can't excuse her for. Like, you don't get rich spending money.
no, but she's spending hundreds of dollars on this person.
Yeah.
While making them
Exactly.
making them sleep on
You
the
don't get rich
street.
spending money. Yeah, she's spending fucking hand over fist like on bullshit. She wouldn't fucking spend water. She wouldn't spend money when I was with her. She wouldn't spend fucking $10 on buying a case of water. Not a pip said, "Can Elisa at least buy water for everybody?"
Well, to me, it's kind of weird that she would take her to a high class restaurant that costs a lot of money, buy her like 2 plates of food and
Alcohol, get her drunk.
alcohol, you know, which at that place probably was $30 a fucking shot or something. I mean, I don't fucking know, but
They got martinis. Like, it was at least like $15.
drank like 5 of them. So let's say they were 15. I mean, now you're getting close to probably $100 with the tip and all that.
It was 400. She said the tab was $400.
She ordered 4.
Which 400
dinners.
$400 just offhand, $400. That's a $100 tip. She's known for being not tipping correctly, but $400 when you're at that level, 25% gratuity. Some places will add it on automatically. Yeah, $100 gratuity. That was at least a $500 fucking tab.
And I noticed they bought 4 dinners. Like she bought 2 lobsters. Like, to me, that sounds like somebody gives you your credit card and tells you to go get something to eat. And like you get 2 dinners, you know, in case you're not going to have any money later or whatever.
She throws this shit away. I think it's more like an effect of being on the Xanax and just not caring. Because when you're on the Xanax, it's like I'm drunk. Oh, I have no anxiety. I don't care. I don't care what I'm spending. Oh, bring me the seafood tower. Bring me a full lobster. And then that shit wears off. You're still drunk and you're like, oh.
Well, my thing is, like, you're spending all this money for her to eat at a fancy restaurant, and I don't know what else they did. Maybe get a facial, or they got some other things that they paid a lot of money for.
A $200 wig this woman bought, I heard.
Yeah. some pants maybe. But my thing is, you're going to pay all that, but then you won't even buy her a hotel room to make sure she's safe. Even the cheapest, nastiest hotel in LA would be better than nothing, right? So she's
This
sleeping on the beach after
this
flying her
wo-
out there.
this woman is not even stable enough to stay in a hostel,
Well, the second night she had made plans to stay at a hostel.
and she was kicked out.
Yeah, she didn't get her money back, and I don't know what happened after that, but it seemed like
Where'd
she
you
was
say?
going to have to go sleep on the beach again.
Well, let's watch this to get some context.
Thank you
All right.
one time.
Wait, this is a one-way. Okay, so
That's not.
I don't even need a thank you, really.
That's not true, Elisa. I say thank you every time, and you know that.
Say thank you right now.
Thank you, Elisa.
Is this the one-way? That income and try to like save
I
most
need
of it.
a second and third job.
No, but even your first job, you're not doing good because your first job, you're not conserving the money. So even if you had a second job and a third job and a fourth job and a fifth job, a lot of it is saving the money.
You know what? I actually bought my first house.
Okay, that's great. The situation at hand is not good. Okay, I don't care what you bought. Stop doing that.
I'm not fucking dim.
Well, okay, you're not dim, but you don't have $5 for the $4.99 store, right? Right. So we have to be careful, more careful.
Because they charged me $50 for the
No, but you
room.
asked me for $10.
Alisa is on point with this stuff, but at the same time, this woman would not be in this situation if you with a more clear mind would not have brought this woman out here to take advantage of her.
Yesterday. That's a bad sign. When you're asking somebody for $10, that shows you don't have $10. Right? So we need to fix that. We need to make it better. We can do it. We just have to think of how to conserve better. Because even if you had 20 jobs, you spend it without thinking. And so that's the dangerous part of this. Okay, where am I going? Burgers and stuff like can wait. All that stuff can wait.
My feet cannot wait.
You can get flip-flops for free at the nail salon. I used to do that.
I'll just ask my girlfriend to send me my running shoes.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
The one that I tried to stay at last night.
The hotel? Can you close my door, please? Close my door? Thank you. I want my door locked because she can close it. My door won't. Oh my God. Oh my God. I gotta hide my shit. I'm hiding my stuff. I'm at that point right now.
She's hiding her shit because she doesn't want this woman to steal her stuff because
Is that she cannot take any responsibility. She's blaming her husband, her ex-husband, for her not having $5. $5 this is a person that needs so much care. I am not equipped for this. I'm really not. I'm not equipped for this. I got to step out of it.
Why did you sign up for it, though, Elisa?
Why did I sign up for it? I didn't think she was that retarded. I really didn't. I thought she was like of normal intelligence. I really did. I'm like, oh, but she's not.
Did you know before she came here that she was homeless and had problems with money?
I just thought she was funny before. And she is funny. But like the fact that she's saying, like, she will not take any responsibility for the situation. That's my main problem. I don't care that she has money or doesn't have money. I don't give a shit. It's like, okay, it's her that put herself in this. It's not her husband. It's not this person or me or that person. But like the fact that she wants to go on shopping sprees every day is like insane.
It's so ridiculous.
It is insane.
Ridiculous. Stress.
She actually is the one that put her in that situation, though, not herself. I mean,
I was going to ask you that.
yeah, I definitely think that she's blaming her for doing what I would assume that she would think she would do. You know what I mean?
A person who is out with no resources and has nothing. It's one thing for me to be where I am, to be where, Elisa is, or to be where like my other friends are who are live streamers. I have homes out here. I have all my resources. When I would be on Elisa's stream, I had a house. I lived, less than an hour from her. I had resources. I wasn't just like, I need you to pay me this amount of money, and I need to survive off of $100.
You're valuable as a producer as well.
Yeah, but beyond that, I'm established. Whatever a person is, being established in a certain situation. That was something that I found a point with Todd Goldfinger, with her taking advantage of Todd Goldfinger, is that he came out there and he worked for free. He stayed at Airbnbs. He was eventually paid $100 an hour. And then the first day, which was with Kleenex, they went out and she said, "Oh well, you worked 5 hours. I'm capping it at 5 hours or whatever. So you're only getting $100. You could go home if you want, you know." At that point, I was producing Todd. He and Elisa put him under me, and I was, managing him, and I was managing everybody else. But Todd was the only other person who was paid. Nana Pips was never paid by Elisa, but I produced her. I produced, Adriana, to make sure things happened within the show. And she was doing it out of the goodness of her heart because she's a very sweet person, and she just enjoyed live streaming.
This, though, seems like very odd to me. First of all, she doesn't need to stream at all because supposedly she has this rich guy, and she flies this person out and spends hundreds. I'm sure between the two shows I saw them on, she probably and the flight out. If she's probably pushing $3,000
Mm-hmm.
dropped on this lady, easy.
Yeah.
But she won't buy her a room. As far as I know, she's out on the streets. She had to pay for her own hostel that one night, and I think they kept her money and kicked her out somehow. I don't know exactly why that occurred, but I don't know. To me, it doesn't add up. I don't understand why she's even bothering. The only reason you would even do this is just out of pure evilness, you know. I mean, there doesn't seem to be a financial gain for her either
Oh no,
way.
it's scripted entertainment by the person who was on Howard Stern. This is the most genius thing you've ever seen, and you're not going to realize it till years later. I mean, I think I think that's what is being gaslit on the back end, as what I've demonstrated with the changing of the description of what this is.
I started watching her a lot when Jimmy was on there. Not because of Jimmy. I actually was clipping some of her stuff, and I would have to cut him out because he was always trying to interject his shit. But her demeanor was strange during all that. I mean, first of all, that's when she was doing
I was still
10-hour fucking streams. She seemed very desperate, like she needed money fucking bad. She's rolling around with this guy that she knows on some level is not all there by herself
but
at night. Who has stuck his finger up her ass, and she had considered calling the cops, but she didn't, and she's still rolling with the guy. And I'm starting to sense the same kind of desperation with these streams in LA, even though she supposedly is well off now and she has no worries, To
but
me, she
with
seems very
Jimmy,
stressed out, worried, freaked out.
with Jimmy on a lower level, that was the I think it goes in a tier to where it's I actually took care of her. Trust me, whenever I was on stream, I had $1,000 in my pocket. I could have made anything happen, and beyond that, But I had cash in my fucking pocket, and she never did. But you think I'm gonna throw out cash for her to fucking do shit? She was eating tacos back then, even on her birthday, which she tried to cut out on with Diana. I didn't. I'm not putting myself out there. That's you. That's you said you don't want. You said let's leave. That's why the cops came and tried to find her on her birthday to try to fucking. They were gonna arrest her for dining dash if she didn't go back to that restaurant to pay for her tab. I didn't eat anything at that restaurant. People are saying, "Oh, Jadis, you should have paid for it." No, she's the one making money. She made thousands of dollars that day because that was when people were spamming noise music and grindcore, if you remember.
Yeah,
That
well, how much have you seen her bring in one day?
her birthday was $3,000. Other days it's when I was involved before Jimmy's arrest, 800 to 2,000, depending on the day. When I was involved, it was 2,000 up to, and when I wasn't involved, when I wasn't there in person, but I was still involved, she would say, "Oh, when are you going to come back? I'm not making as much money as I used to."
Well,
But those are things that
well, I
it
think what
looked.
happened was like Ice Poseidon came back, and a lot of his crew have been taking a lot of the IRL viewing audience.
Her audience is a very skewed audience. It's like a very minimal amount of people that really enjoy her. And then right now, like she's not even on IP2.network, so it's like she like people who are watching her are hate watching her, or very slim minimal are her followers, and these weird people who say like z-scorro, like Scorro is so cool. And
Well, I think to me, what do you think about Scorro? Because to me, I feel like he's kind of getting jerked around by her, from what I can see. Like a lot of people go, I don't like how he's talking to her, but I feel like they have a very specific agreement, and she's come out here and she's showing up with this camera, and people ripping on him, and
Insults toward.
I don't know if you saw the other day where.
What's that? What is that? Oh, you want me to hang up? Yeah. Okay, I gotta hang up. All right, bye, Rectum. Okay, bye, everybody. Love you. So, what is that? Is that for the cops? Yeah. Call the cops on me?
Yeah.
Can you hang up?
No.
You're calling the cops?
Hang up
Okay, all right, bye, everybody. Bye.
Fucking
Okay, I ended.
Yeah, so she was
some
complaining.
Oh, she tried to call cops on me, and then she tries to stream a Scorro. Fucking, he tries to call cops on her. Is this real? Well,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, to me, it's like she was complaining that he had started broadcasting against her on another channel. I don't know if you're aware of this. This is the last show. And she made it, I mean, she talked about it several times. So, like, later Connor posted the channel that Scorro was on. And he seemed to be on, like, a legitimate crypto kind of call-in show where they talk about crypto shit,
yeah, like I know from like the back channels that he has showed up in earlier donos. Before that, even people knew about him. He went by the name. I believe he went by some type of name, Unk, UNC. I'm not completely sure. Like before it was even exposed, we knew about his illness. It checks out that whether he had the $45 million mansion, that's maybe his parents. He's got the $2 million condo. Yeah, it checks out. I could verify.
Well, yeah. Well, my thing is,
I can verify that's like he doesn't own that shit. That's in his family trust.
he basically has all access to all this money for her that, as far as anyone could tell. So that part of it is true, definitely. I mean, maybe he just doesn't want everybody knowing every aspect of his business, so he kind of throws people off, It may not be total lies, I wonder, like, just how much involvement this guy wants with the show. To me, it almost seems like she tries to force him to be part of the show. Like, maybe they're talking a lot, not on the show. Then she'll call him up, and he'll just be on the show, and he flips out. And people are like, oh, this guy's an asshole, but I have a feeling he probably treats her well. She just keeps, like, trying to make him part of her content. But getting back to this crypto show, I was watching that, and it seemed to be like a legit show. They weren't talking about any kind of IRL. They were just talking about crypto with some guy, and because she was talking about it, it seemed like some trolls found it. They came in there. They were talking about his wife, telling this guy. And the guy was like, well, we're not interested in that kind of stuff. We're just talking, So to me, it was like she went out of her way to embarrass him or something. She made it seem like he was podcasting against her, like he's out there IRL streaming. He's going to take her audience, but he's just on some legit crypto show where they're talking about crypto mining. And she sends, like, basically trolls out there to, like, embarrass him, really.
Good.
To me, I don't think, I mean, if I was him, I would be like, man, I got to get rid of this person,
Right? Well, good. How long did it take for her to bring this woman out? This woman was, like, the best person, brought her out there, and then what happened?
What's going on? What's happening? What'd they say?
It's $250, just like I said.
Are you sure?
Yes.
It says, show them online. Show them this.
I did.
You showed them.
Yeah.
I've traveled across the country and across the world, when you show them the online price, they ain't gonna fucking match that shit. They'll say, you know what, go outside and book it through them.
Yeah.
And he said that's not the right price.
Show them Expedia. Show them Expedia. On Expedia, that's how much it is. If you show them, they'll match the price. Hold on.
I'm actually done.
What do you mean?
I'll just sleep on the beach. I really don't give
I mean, it's up to you, but if I were you, I'd stay at a hostel. I would stay at a hostel if I were you.
I bet you $500 you take in that Expedia link yourself and you talk to them and show them, and you will get that price.
I don't think I should do it. I honestly don't. I don't think it's smart for me to do this. I think Stephanie needs to do this. This is not a me thing. It's not her thing. The most
Yeah, but I don't even believe that she went and talked to them. I think she walked and then came back.
Okay, but do you think it's smart for me to go in there and do this for her?
I want you to get rid of this problem as fast as possible. So any way you can get her out of your car, and if you could ask her to close your door in the future when she leaves your car, like permanently.
Yeah. Okay, she's
So,
leaving now.
I told
Okay.
you last night. She's a maniac.
Okay, just stop. She's upset right now.
She's a maniac.
Sorry.
No, she's upset.
Oh, you-
She's not closing my door. Are you getting your stuff, Stephanie? Oh my God.
Be safe.
Well,
I have two doors open. Okay, and I have two doors open, literally. Taking the chicken.
What's wrong with this?
Hold on. What's up, Stephanie? What's up?
I still have another.
716
Oh,
Washington Boulevard, Venice.
Okay, she's got it in the bag. Okay, you got it. You got everything. Just go there. Show them what you know. Okay. All right. I just don't want to be involved in this anymore. It's too fucked up. It's too bad. It's not good. It's not good what's going on here. You know, I tried, you guys. She's on the corner now. She's on the corner of the street. All right, she's on the corner. I'm not doing anything else for this person. I did enough.
This is hearsay. I saw a comment in the video of the original that somebody was hit by a car. A woman was hit by a car sitting on the corner of the street. Could you imagine if that was people were saying that this was the last time that Elisa streamed? Can you imagine? You know, in the comment they say, "Oh, and a woman sped away." I think it was a joke, but you know, suffice it to say, like, you imagine she leaves this woman on the street and she winds up being killed or whatever. Like,
But I wonder if
Thank
she
you,
even
Dad.
has
Thank everybody.
anyone that cares about her. Maybe that's part of the reason why she targets the homeless.
who cares about who?
Stephanie. Because, I mean, if something happened to Stephanie, somebody has to sue her. Like, if no one cares about her, then who would even bother to fuck with?
But who really cares about Elisa in her life?
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, I guess her viewers, and even the haters,
Her
at some point, you know,
Her
like,
viewers are gonna get. She's gonna die. All her viewers are gonna get freaking money because her family doesn't give a shit about her.
Driving alone at night. Yeah. Like, we're acting like I'm in the care of like an infant that I adopted. I'm going to send her the $100 as soon as I get back. And I just, like, I can't do any more than I did. I fed her. I paid her every day. This is a person that shouldn't have money because she's not good with money. Even if you gave her, I don't care how much you gave her, she's mentally not equipped. She needs a power of attorney, to be honest with you. She shouldn't be in charge of her own money. All right.
Or you
All right,
touch your
guys. That was
nose so
sad.
much.
I'm sad about that. I wish it would have worked out better, but she's just like calling me every day. Can I have $10? Can I have $5? Can I have $100? Can I have $300? Can I have $1? You know, like it's like, this is not good. It's just not a good situation for me. I'd rather not stream. I'd rather have like nobody to stream with than be in this. This is very bad. Yeah.
so what do you think is going to happen? You think she's going to keep streaming, or do you think she's just going to disappear?
You know, she was supposedly gonna stop streaming after leaving Florida because she got pressed out of Orlando, and then she went back home and realized that she got pressed out of her whole neighborhood. She's persona non grata. Like, many people tell me this. I've heard this from police officers. I forget the term. It's a numerical designation that a mentally unstable person.
Oh, kind
She
of like
was-
a 5150 or something?
It's like a designation. Did you mention Baker Act? That when I
Yeah,
What?
I thought the cop was about to Baker act her because of her. I really did. He seemed more concerned about how she was
I met
behaving than you. You know.
I messed up. If I was watching the stream, I could have got that. I could have made that happen. I was just trying to get away from it, and I didn't. You don't know what's gonna happen because every all the streets were blocked off. You know, every block I was passing a cop. Who knows what she's lying about? But in hindsight, I said, yeah, that was the perfect time to get her Baker acted.
As far as I know, there's no report being filed, right? So she technically didn't file a false report when she's telling him that you're threatening to shoot
She never
her.
filed any report against me. I mean, every time, the next day when she jumped out of the booth when they when she thought I was outside and then talked to the she talked to the Florida Highway Patrol just because Florida Highway Patrol is right next to the Denny's and they get free food. The one job that I was a waiter at where my friend Kevin Fontaine, rest in peace, was a manager. The cops get free food at Denny's,
Yeah.
and she's bothering them. And they said, "You can't do it. Like, have you filed any reports? Like, no crime has been committed."
I don't know, man. There's something more to this, of course. There always is that we don't know as the viewer, but I can't put my finger on what her situation is. Is she just there for a short time and he's giving her a bunch of money? I mean, she's spending money like it's not her money.
It's she's got a little extra money. She's got a little extra money to spend. I'll tell you that before that she was struggling to make ends meet. Let's just
Mm,
say that's why she wasn't spending as much because of living a West Palm Beach lifestyle, living in a 498 square foot apartment for 3,000 plus a month and trying to act like you're this affluent person who's leaves your dog to fucking fend for itself all day and come home to shit and piss pads and walk in the streets of West Palm Beach like trying to do IRL. Like, no, like the people, that's one of the best things for her, unfortunately, is that like they're not seeing her in West Palm Beach anymore. I get show texts, it's like, how could they leave you if you won't go away? Me and her talk about things like that. She has said to me, and people have seen it. I can show you, like, let them beg for you to come back. And what did she do? She said, "Oh, I'm not making enough money. When are you gonna come back?" So
Well, Jadis, I want to thank you for your time tonight.
I appreciate being here with you. Always love talking with you.